Hey Libra, welcome to your general reading for the month of January 2021. I went ahead and laid out the cards. There is a lot going on in January of 2021, so I want to make sure that I cover all of it. So we're just going to be moving real slow throughout this reading just to make sure that I cover everything that I've received from this. So let's go ahead and get started with the overall energies for the reading. So the overall energies for the reading is the Four of Cups. I do think that for some of you, this may be just feeling bored or not really realizing some opportunities that are in front of you. For others of you, I think it's actually you're finding solutions to potential problems that you've been having in the past. You're kind of opening up and letting go in a different way, which we're going to get into here in a little bit. You also have, for surrounding energies, women holding a coin. So I feel like a lot of you will be working on work. Like your focus will be on work in the month of January. Money is going to really come to the forefront in January for you. And also there was two other cards that came out when I was shuffling, and that's the second and first chakra. So first chakra, root chakra, and then your second chakra, the sacral chakra. These two areas of energy within your body might be in a state of healing, or it's just these energies might need extra balancing out coming up in the month of January. This is also kind of grounding energies and energy that deals with our emotions. So I think you focusing on work, and you're definitely, it seems like you're becoming a little bit more grounded into the here and now. And you are really starting to focus on some of the emotions that you've been experiencing as of late. Things that you might need to surrender is surrendering denial. So accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. See how this woman, she has just like her eyes blindfolded, just kind of waltzing around outside. I think in the month of January, you're really going to start coming to some clear realizations. The more you step back from things that cause you emotional turmoil and look at it objectively, the more you will start to let go and truly see things as they are. And the moon card that you drew is it's time to release negativity. Yeah, so once again, you're kind of starting to see things clearer, and you're really starting to take stock of what's working for you and what isn't. Seems like a lot of the signs today are kind of going through similar processes and cycles. For the Lenormand card, so birds, these are messages. So I see a lot of messages in the month of January, but this can also indicate just overall level of anxiety or discontent. So although I see you exchanging a lot of communication between people, you might also be just a little anxious about what the future might hold, if that makes sense. And let's go ahead and dive into the meat of the reading. So in the past, I have destroy, and it has this scissors cutting away at a curtain, what looks to be a curtain or fabric. What I'm getting from this is that you're finally deciding to cut out things that no longer work, but I think this is specific to belief patterns, maybe conservative or rigid belief patterns that you have had in the past that you are realizing no longer work for you. I think you're finally getting to a point where you're like, you know what, this isn't working for me. I'm just ready to cut it out of my life. And this is a very, like, scissors are sharp. So this is not like, oh, I think I'm just going to gradually stop doing this or not doing that. This is a sharp, I'm done. So this is in your near past and something that you're letting go of. You may have had to stand up for something that you believe to be right or true. And some of you might be letting go of addictions, or even like letting go of bad habits, like literally just cutting it out of your life. And some of this has been kind of painful for some of you, because see how like the guy on this card is just standing by himself. Like, you may have had to utterly cut out people from your life that just were not serving you good, not serving you well, didn't have good intentions towards you. And I see that it took a lot for you to kind of let go of, because you really wanted to hang on to this for a while. I think this has been something that you've really struggled with, that you finally came to terms with kind of like the overall energy for January. Things that you need to release is denial. So I feel like that's really strong here. And you also, the communication between people may have not been stellar when you're cutting people out. So just keep in mind, when you're doing this, not to be too sharp with it. And again, here we go with another energy that's near past to present, letting go. And it has two people with their backs turned. So again, I feel like if this isn't a relationship, because I'm sensing definitely at least one person, but I keep getting like groups. So I don't know if you just started to detach yourself from a work center, a group of people, but this is definitely like a collective, group, or just a small group of people that you were interacting with, where you were just like, I got to get out of this right now. Like, I have to let this go. This is not serving me. And I think you knew this deep down. Like, you knew with the high priestess, like you knew what was what. I'm not sure that you always followed your intuition with this person or people, but you definitely knew what the dynamic was intuitively. I think that you've either received some communication or given some communication about how, you're just kind of moving on to brighter pastures. There's definitely some options for you. You're getting very clear on what it is that you want and don't want in your life. In the near future, currently type of energy, you have conform. This is pretty graphic. There's some graphic pictures in this deck, but this is conform. I feel like maybe in this group or with this person, you felt somewhat stifled or trapped, where you felt like you had to get the go-ahead before actually being yourself, being able to be who you are. Because this green light, along with like a naked body, I mean, that kind of says, almost like you couldn't be yourself. You couldn't really be vulnerable in yourself with either this person or people. I think you were really waiting on things to change with this, but they just didn't. And that created a lot of pain for you, a lot of sadness and grief that just didn't serve you very well. The Knight of Wands reversed, a lot of people are like, oh, this is such in and out energy and, blah, blah, blah. And I think the Knight of Wands has to do with a lot of opportunities as well. When it's reversed, it can indicate in and out energy. But with this Page of Cups, I feel like there's somebody around you or a couple people that might be coming in to apologize for maybe the way that they've treated you. If they haven't already, then, you might get an apology or a message, since there's like several messages coming and going in the month of January. You might get an apology from someone that wasn't too kind to you in the past. In the future, I feel like this is moving to your work. So this kind of went from like just your belief system changing and the way that you do things changing to relationships in your life and your role in them. And now it's like to your work. So we're kind of going full circle. And it's funny because this card says cycle and it has an office in there. I feel like a lot of you will be ending a work environment potentially. There could have been a boss or, again, like a person, people that just either abused their power or just did not really use their power very well at all. Three of Pentacles, this does indicate a work environment, teamwork. So this might be applicable to a couple people that you work with, but I feel like for some of you, you might be moving on to a different job or something that is a little bit more in alignment with who you are and what you deserve in the month of January, because I do sense that there's a cycle is getting completed with this card. So for those of you that are completing a cycle with your work, you might be moving into a different position, or you might just be completely shifting jobs in general. But I see some sort of movement with your work. And speaking of work, so your finances for the month of January. So your emotions are affecting your finances. You're paying too much attention to your love life and ignoring your career. Earn money doing something that you love, or a dream job might be offered to you. So that's for some of you, not all of you, where you guys might be very much wrapped up in a relationship, which is kind of taking the focus off of your job to the detriment. With some of you, not all of you, you know, there might be an unexpected financial loss. I always shuffle cards until I don't pick cards. I just let them fall out. Unexpected came out along with gift. So it looks like you might have a financial loss, but someone is going to get a gift to you. Some of you that are switching jobs might get a bonus, or might get a raise of some sort. But if you do encounter a financial loss, there looks like there is some help coming in the month of January. So just keep that in mind as well. As far as your love life, which we'll get into deeper here in a couple weeks in the love collective readings, but for now, for those of you that are single, the Sacred Woman. So the Sacred Woman is, again, this is not gender specific. So if you're a male or female, this person has a lot of respect for themselves. They love themselves. They're confident. And because of that, they draw respect to them. They essentially teach people how to treat them. They show them how they should be treated, and they don't really accept anything less. For those of you that are single, I feel like this is kind of, I'm resonating this card with this one, the Destroy, like you're really, really starting to dig a little bit into your own belief patterns and working on what works for you, what doesn't, but also how can I get that loving relationship into my life where somebody's respecting and valuing me for me, and that comes from respecting and valuing yourself first. I think a lot of you are really working on that are in the single life. For those of you that are coupled, so for those of you that are coupled, I feel like you will be entering into a time of deeper love and connection with your person. As January ensues, I think that this will be a very good month for you to really connect with your partner and share some really loving, special moments with them. Libra, I hope this helped. Again, I hope you guys had a great holiday. If this reading resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you guys in a couple weeks, okay? Love you, Libra. Bye.